podcast.
I'm awesome! Team Awesome!
Awesome Life Podcast, episode 102.
You
I'm Mr. Phoenix.
here with Shirley, and who do we got today?
My name's Zach. Go by Grizz.
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 Welcome, dude. Good to have you.
Thanks
Good
for
to have
having
you.
me, guys.
Where did you get the name Grizz?
Last name Griswold.
Damn, gave his government.
Right?
Oh
They're
my
coming.
God.
They're coming for you.
Do you owe the IRS
Um,
money?
That's a sensitive subject.
I owe him like
um,
6 racks.
Yeah.
And that was last
um,
year's.
You just snitched on yourself. No.
It's all good. I'm going to pay him.
got the nickname going through football basically. So
Okay.
passed down from everyone, and then now I get myself double check because he calls me Grizz, and when I go out shooting with my dad and uncle, everyone calls my uncle Grizz, and then they just call me Zach. So now I get yeah.
You've inherited.
Yep.
Fair enough, man. Well, glad to have you, dude. It's a long time coming.
Thanks,
You
man.
know.
Yeah, I've been giving Chris shit for a while about this.
Yeah. There was even once upon a time that we talked about doing just a sports podcast,
Yeah, we
like
did.
long time ago. Back in.
Are you local? Like you're in the area?
Yeah. So I'm in Colorado Springs. They know you're here.
Yeah. This is
Alright,
not a
cool,
secret.
They know
yeah,
you're
okay.
here.
they know you're here.
That's
Who's
funny.
they? Who is
The
they?
ops.
Born in Colorado. Been here for a while, so yeah, I'm looking.
Okay,
cool,
true,
cool.
true. And what do you? I know you don't want to say exactly, but what do you do for work? Not go too much into specifics.
Yeah, just healthcare recruitment. Been in it for a few years now, so I've been doing that. But met this guy surfing at Hacienda, so that's how our story started.
Yep.
Hacienda.
Hacienda.
I heard their margs were like legendary.
They were.
They
I mean,
were.
if we're
That
keeping
is-
it a buck,
hold this.
the frozen meltdown. I know you know exactly what I'm talking about.
No idea.
Yeah, right. It's basically the frozen house, which is already strong as shit. Like one of the strongest margaritas you can get, and then they put a floater on top. Typically, it was Grand Marnier. But if you were really on game, you'd put the Chambord on top. It was like a raspberry liqueur.
Okay.
Oh, what was that green one that you put on top too?
Midori.
Midori. Yeah, that one's also good too.
Yeah.
So we have a problem here. Time out. It's time to take the shot.
Oh, dude, you can't do me like that. I'm like, we're cooked.
GG's chat.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Thanks for having me out, guys.
Yeah, man. Yeah, Haciendas. And like, you remember happy hour back in the day? You get yourself a chicken quesadilla for like $5, frozen
Back in
marg
the
for like
day,
$5.
yeah, you could come in on not even balling on a budget. You just come in and get whatever you
Dude.
want.
Is the stream
Yeah,
up?
they
We
used to have
good?
the meltdowns
Yeah.
for like $7.
Yeah, dude. And I don't even think they have it anymore. When was the last time you were there?
Actually, a few weeks ago. Actually,
Really?
Yeah, it's I don't want to talk shit on Hacienda, but
Yeah,
yeah,
sure.
it's a little different now. I think like what they're doing now is just maybe going like a little bit corporate and whatnot, but
Sure.
yeah, no, back in the day when we had Alejandro there with the
Alejandro.
summertime patio, yeah, or the concerts on the patio,
Dude.
yeah,
Oh
no,
my
it's
gosh, bro. Those
it's a
were
little
the
different now, but
days.
honestly, the drinks are pretty much still the same.
Are they?
Yeah,
Can you
yeah.
still get a meltdown?
I think you can. I mean, I ordered one a while back. I mean, it was this year. but-
Sure. I'm sure if you talk to Kira, Morgan, or
yeah.
Devin, they'll. get up,
I'll tell you the best thing that I've only been to Hacienda's once.
That was my birthday last year. Yeah.
Them tortillas are fire, bro.
Yeah, they are. They're good.
Those tortillas are legendary, bro.
They have the newest one. It's actually they have the Uncle Julio's on it now. The Uncle Julio's Hacienda, and I think it's in Wheat Ridge, but they have like a window now where you can actually see the tortillas being made.
Really?
There, I haven't
That's
been
kinda
there.
cool.
No, I was talking to our old manager Marcos about actually going up there, but we never.
That's
Never
right,
actually made it up
Marcos. I
there.
haven't seen him in the grip. Yeah, dude, those are some good times for sure. We'll definitely get into more of it later. I think it's appropriate we just take a real quick second to acknowledge the game that just happened. What are your
Fuck
initial
the
thoughts
game.
to
Fuck
Chiefs
that
winning
game.
16-14 over Denver and Kansas City?
No, unlucky. Unlucky.
That-
I will never say
Chiefs
you guys.
and the rest versus the world, you know?
Okay, that one wasn't the refs. I mean,
I would never say that you guys aren't like a great team. You guys are great. But I've never seen someone get like the 50-50 calls. The just the ball bounces your way
well,
90% of the time.
I mean, in this game, there wasn't too many calls that went
Yeah,
one way or
no.
another.
But I'm just saying, like,
as far as the luck, like
yeah,
something.
correct.
If there was going to be a blocked field goal, it's going to be when the Broncos are about to win the game with
Correct.
1 second left.
Correct.
No, it's
I
just the
get
luck
that.
we have, yeah.
I couldn't believe I couldn't believe it. I was trying to manifest it, and I guess maybe I did. But I was getting ready to be humble. I was going to shake Graham and Grizz's hand, and I'm move on. That's
I was
crazy.
about to talk so much fucking shit. I was about to talk so much shit after for no reason to just
No, I would have accepted it, man. That's how it goes.
I will say you guys are doing way better than I thought you were going to.
honestly, yeah.
Sure.
I mean,
Yeah, I'm
no,
honest.
Bo Nix looks good. Defense looks good. I mean, you can't really complain about it too much. I mean,
True.
we're starting off. I mean, Sean Payton's actually panning out more than I thought he would. I
Oh,
honestly
he's-
thought he
he's-
was going to be like a little bit of
A dud.
a little bit of a dud. Honestly,
he-
Kind of was last year. To
kind of
some
was.
extent.
Yeah,
I
last year was a little
mean,
bit of rebuilding.
You got
like this year's
got
turning
to
into-
build up the team. It doesn't just happen overnight.
Sure.
I think Bo Nix looks good.
I think he does.
He's
too.
he's not great, but he's solid.
But he could
He
turn
could.
into something.
Yeah.
No, he definitely could.
Well, the beauty of Bo Nix is he's what is he, 26, 20, 25,
I
26?
think he's 24.
I think he is 20. Or maybe
Either way, he's
He's
old.
young.
He's
Maybe
no,
he's
he's an
Not-
old
Well,
rookie.
Yeah. Well, that tip.
But yeah, no, I mean he is an old rookie.
But yeah, yeah.
Michael Penix is old.
Michael Penix is 25 or 26, actually. Yeah,
What?
yeah.
Just
That was the- that was-
redshirted a bunch, and then there was also like COVID too.
Yeah.
So they could redshirt again for basically 2 years. But yeah, that's crazy.
We got anyone in the chat?
Oh, no one in the chat quite yet.
We'll
One
get there.
second,
We'll get there.
I'll
But
send it
I,
over to some more people.
I have this conversation with Chris a lot in our hacienda days. When you're rooting for the Broncos, and we had our heyday. We had our
Yeah,
heyday. It
Absolutely.
was great. We had a little bit of it in the early 2000s too. I think you got to respect about the Chiefs fans. Maybe not now, but they were humble. They always loved their team. They didn't really talk too much shit back in the day.
They didn't
But
have shit to talk
one
about.
thing, yeah, they didn't have shit to talk about. But one thing is, gotta have hate for the Raiders. Honestly, you have to have hate for the Raiders, and that is
That's
one thing
where
that we
we
can
use
honestly.
that.
Oakland Raiders.
The Chargers are a little bit of like an afterthought sometimes, just based on the way they've been playing. But I mean,
Yeah.
you can bond over hate of the Raiders any day.
Yo, what up, Corbin?
Oh shit, Corbin's in the chat.
Yeah, but you also know I would cheer the same way I did today before the Chiefs had won a Super Bowl in my lifetime, bro. As far as you know me, like, dude, I've always stayed 100.
I know all
Never-
about underachieving.
Yeah.
I know all about it.
Pretty
My-
much.
My entire Dolphin fandom has been disappointment after disappointment after disappointment. And I in the last 10 years, I have tempered my expectations like big time. Like I don't even expect it. Like if you don't expect anything, you can't get disappointed,
Sure.
right?
Yeah.
But this team, I was hopeful. I was
Yeah, man.
hopeful. And they let us down
But
yet again.
it's all good. It's all good. Well, let's
Let's
get
keep
into
it
the.
going.
let's
Let's
keep-
keep
I'm
it
gonna keep it going.
I'm gonna keep it going.
So we all got a little list. Top 5 Broncos, Chiefs, and Dolphins of all time.
We'll let
Oh,
you
boy.
take the
You
floor.
want to start?
I was thinking about this a lot last night. Ooh.
How much sleep did you lose?
So I've been giving shit to Chris for a while about this, and then he actually texted me about it. I was like, oh fuck. I didn't think I'd actually get here.
This is not a drill.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Help
Okay,
me. Help me.
Okay. Start off at 5.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna go 5. Champ Bailey.
Okay.
Champ
The
Bailey.
champ is here.
That's
Gotta love
respectable.
Champ.
Top 5 cornerback all time, maybe top 3.
Yeah, maybe.
I mean, some
maybe,
people
yeah,
have him 1.
100%.
Some people have
I'd
him
have him 1 next to Patrick Surtain. That is. I'm gonna go 4. Terrell Davis.
TD. Okay.
TD,
Okay.
Yep.
That's fair.
Not to be confused with our coworker, TD.
Yeah, right. Shout out TD.
Yeah.
Hopefully
He's not
he
the real
pops
TD.
in.
Yeah.
Where was I? I just said 4. 3 is going to be Demaryius Thomas. That's a little bit of a personal favorite there.
That's fine. That's
Um,
part of it.
honestly,
those are allowed to.
That's a personal favorite. And then coming in number 2, another personal favorite, but this is expected. Von Miller. Von Miller was all time Bronco. Super Bowl
Absolutely.
50 hero champion.
Him
MVP.
and CJ
Anderson?
Yep.
They won you that championship.
Oh, 100%. It wasn't Payne at all, which leads me to number 1 is all-time Peyton Manning.
So are you telling me Elway didn't
Elway didn't
make
make it? No,
Damn.
honestly, I mean, here's the thing. Okay,
That's
Elway
wild.
was great. Elway was great. Hall of Famer. We know that. His actions as vice president and GM.
Oh, that's
tainted
fair.
that a
That's
little
a different
bit, honestly.
perspective. That's
Tainted that a
not
little
bad.
bit. I mean, it comes from a lot of the old heads in my family. Like they love Elway, and honestly, Elway's great. Love him at the games, but I'm not a.
That's fair. That
But no, I have two memories of Peyton Manning, and obviously, like, I was like a little bit of a Colts fan growing up. Always loved the Broncos. It was kind of like Peyton Manning got me into football, so that was the one that was always near and dear to my heart. But I'll never forget Week 17 leading up to Super Bowl 50. We were playing the Chargers. I was actually at this game. We had Brock Osweiler.
Brock Osweiler.
Brock Osweiler. You remember that name? Yeah.
Isn't he is that the guy who's like super tall?
Yeah, super
he was
tall.
pretty tall.
Yeah.
Did rob the NFL blind for like 3 years after like he got the absolute bag from the Texans. Then the Browns acquired his contract, still gave him the bag.
Yeah.
Probably nothing to what like NFL money is today, but he got paid for sure.
Yeah.
But Brock Osweiler started the first half, and then because Manning had an injury that happened against the Chiefs, actually, it was something with maybe his wrist or something.
I'm trying to remember.
Yeah, and then halftime gets done, we sit in our seats, and all of a sudden the stadium erupts into just cheering, and then Manning just jogs onto the field, marches down, and gets us the first seed, and then we win the Super Bowl. So
Yeah,
that's all time. That's all time.
Fair enough, man.
Chili, who you got? Who's your top 5?
All right. It's a tough list. There's a lot that can be in there. Top 5 Chiefs of all time. Number 5,
I'm gonna put Patrick Mahomes at 1, please.
Number 5, I'm gonna put Chris Jones.
Okay.
I mean,
Okay.
for the way
CJ?
the way he's contributed to all the Super Bowls. I mean, he's an absolute beast. Best defensive tackle in the league right now. And if he keeps it going, he could even move up that list. Number 4, I'm going to put Travis Kelce. For the same reason he's contributed, I would argue he's the greatest tight end of all time. At very minimum, greatest receiving tight end of all time. I know some people are big on their blocking and whatnot, but I would go ahead and put Travis Kelce at 4. Number 3, it's got to be Len Dawson. I mean, he was a Hall of Fame quarterback, won the Chiefs their first Super Bowl. He was a legend at the time, and he passed away, God rest his soul, a couple years ago. But I'm putting him at 3. Derek Thomas has to be number 2. Absolute legend, still holds the record for most sacks in a single game against the Seahawks. He passed away as well, God rest his soul. And the number 1's not close. I mean, it's Patrick Mahomes. He's brought 3 Super Bowls, been to 4, 6 straight AFC championships.
Nothing spicy.
I mean,
keeps it vanilla as hell.
Hey, well,
no, I'm just,
he wins. He wins. You know what I mean?
No, I'm just saying that like it's so predictable. Yeah.
Sure.
It's
The list. I mean,
Give Tyreek Hill
I think
no
a lot. I
love.
think a lot of Chiefs fans
You
agree.
hear that? He gave Tyreek Hill no love.
No love.
No
Who
love.
gave him no love?
You
You.
did.
Yeah, he's not top 5. He's top 10 probably, but he's not top 5.
Is he the best wide receiver Kansas City's ever had?
Yes.
He's the
I
number
mean,
one. He's the
if you
number
go-
1 receiver in your franchise.
remember that
So
game?
if you go back to like Otis Taylor, or I mean Dwayne Bowe was also there, but probably Tyreek.
Remember that one
As far
stretch the Chiefs went? They couldn't throw a touchdown to a wide receiver.
They didn't. That was 2013, I believe, either 13 or 14. Alex Smith, Jamal Charles, and all the tight ends. Not one touchdown to a wide receiver.
Not one.
Not one. I remember
You
that.
remember that game? It was the reason why I bring up Tyreek Hill is because that one game that was supposed to be in Mexico City got
Yes.
canceled, and then they moved it to California.
Yes, against the Rams.
Oh man, that's
54-51 Rams,
all-time,
and
yeah,
that's
all-time Tyreek.
that's
Hill game
arguably
right there.
yeah, that's
That's
arguably the
probably
best game ever.
Yeah, ever.
All right, Phoenix, you got your top 5 Dolphins.
I do. Do they have to be players?
Do whatever you want, bro.
The floor is mine.
The floor is yours. Top 5. I mean, top 5 Dolphins is all it is. So
It's not my podcast, but the floor is yours.
It's hard. I'm going to do an honorable mention, and he's not a player. Don Shula, the winningest coach in football history.
He's a Dolphin.
And
So
perfect season, all that. But anyways,
I forget about that.
number 5, Tyreek Hill.
already.
Best wide receiver we've ever had, and it's not even close. Number 4, Ricky Williams.
Okay.
Beast. Number 3, y'all probably too young for this. He was a linebacker. His name was Zach Thomas, one of the best tackling linebackers. He's in the Hall of Fame. He's a Hall of Famer.
Fair
Hall
enough.
of Famer.
And number 2, JT, Jason Taylor. He is, I think, 5th or 6th all time in sacks.
Okay.
Not for the franchise, like NFL. Like
Yeah.
he has a Defensive Player of the Year award. Dude was an absolute beast, undersized defensive end that just playmaker. Just he I think he has like 4 or 5 like fumble recoveries for touchdowns, and they weren't just like walk-ins. He had to like juke people and jump over. He was a playmaker. And then number 1 is super easy, kind of like number 15. Number 13, Dan Marino.
Dan Marino.
Yep.
Best quarterback we've ever had.
Sophomore season through 48 touchdowns, was it?
It's
Something
something like that.
like that.
Something
Held
like
the
that.
record for until Brady broke it in the early 2000s.
Peyton broke it first, I think.
Oh, you're right.
he?
Peyton did break it. Peyton did
broke
break it.
it
You're
first,
right.
and then
Yeah.
Yeah.
and Manning, and then Drew Brees.
It was-
And it again, people they didn't
Who
throw the
still
ball
holds
as
that record?
much. What was that
who still holds that record?
Tom Brady.
for which one?
Yards.
No,
No.
touchdowns.
Tom Brady.
No, Peyton.
Oh
Peyton
no,
Manning,
Peyton Manning. Yeah,
55.
that's right. That's
Yeah,
right.
55.
I was Tom Brady broke it when he had Moss.
I think Manning also holds the yards record, right?
Nope, not anymore.
Not anymore.
No.
I think that's
Tom Brady played. Tom Brady has the most
Oh, all
passing
time or
all
in
time,
season?
all time.
Oh, I was talking
time.
about in a season.
Oh.
Yeah,
It might be Manning. Honestly, I don't know.
I,
And
I
it's
thought, I, thought he
it was
had,
Mahomes.
I thought he had. No, Mahomes has had 2 5,000-yard seasons, and one of them I think he has the second. I'm pretty sure that one season, what was it? Was it 13 or 14? Peyton
So
Manning
13
55 and like
and-
5,500 yards or
Yeah,
something like that. Drew Brees is up there too.
Drew Brees
Um,
is up there.
But yeah,
That
so
dude had a lot of consecutive 5,000-yard seasons.
I think the most ever.
Yeah. I
Drew
think he-
Brees is crazy. Well, I'll go through it one more time for a clip. I'll say, well, just say top 5, whatever, and then list them off real quick just so I can clip them up. Got top 5 Chiefs of all time. Number 5, Chris Jones. Number 4, Travis Kelce. Number 3, Len Dawson. Number 2, Derek Thomas. And number 1, Patrick Mahomes.
Top 5 Dolphins all time. I got Tyreek number 5.
He just said, he's like, I don't remember one.
I didn't come
it's
up
all
with
good. It's
this.
all good.
I got Tyreek number 5. I got Ricky Williams number 4. I got Zach Thomas number 3. I got Jason Taylor number 2, and I got Dan Marino number 1.
You can freestyle it or
I think I said Jason Elam. No, I'm kidding.
Jason Elam.
Who did I say? Number 5.
Jay Cutler.
No, ooh, actually, yeah, that would be actually
Paxton Lynch.
Paxton
It's all
Lynch.
good. I can also go back and
What did I say? Oh, it was Champ Bailey 5, Terrell Davis 4, Demaryius Thomas 3, Von Miller 2, and then Peyton Manning number 1.
fair enough.
That is fair.
True.
More than fair. So, Chili, you gonna talk about,
Oh yeah, because we're doing yours
we'll
that one
skip
later. Already. Well, Grizz, you know what time it is.
No.
The Great Flag Football Brawl
No.
of 2019. So I'll get into it a little bit and then I'll let him take the floor, just because he was a main contributor to this. So just to set the scene, so we had this flag football league, and it was like a lot of guys from Hacienda, a couple other guys here and there, and we'd play at Soccer House. You ever been to Soccer House?
Yes, I performed that.
That's right. That's right. You that's right. So it was at Soccer House, and it was indoor flag football league, and for the most part, it was like pretty chill. It was still competitive, but it wasn't just like super competitive. Well, we had this one game. First off, we were short staffed. We did not have a lot of people. They had more than double the people on their team and on the bench than we had in total. So most of us had to play the entire game. It was what it was. the game was pretty scrappy. I'm not gonna lie. As far as Colorado Springs guys go, they were pretty hood. they were pretty hood. They were like they were talking all kinds of shit. I remember they did an onside kick, which wasn't even allowed, but for some reason the refs would just let it play. And we're like, you can't do that. And they're like, shut your bitch ass up. Like it's just flag football. We're just there to have fun, bro. And so it's getting like a little scrappy. And I just remember, bro, I was on defense. I was playing cornerback. I just locked this dude down in the end zone. But I'm tired, bro. My cardio's never been good. It wasn't good then. And I look across the field and I see this man on the ground and this dude standing over him talking shit. Well, his brother was on the team. He was playing quarterback that game. And all of a sudden I see him jump on the bench, run over, deck this dude, laid him the fuck out. And in my mind, I'm like, oh shit, it's going down. Bro, their entire bench clears. And I look over as I start to run up to the skirmish, and I look over. And our bench isn't doing shit. There's like 2 people that pop out, bro. It was like 5 guys versus 20. And bro, the brawl broke out. I'll let you take over your side from here.
I don't remember this happened. No. That was interesting. Yeah. So it started. I was playing defensive line, and I was going to the quarterback, and the guy had like, I mean, it was indoor. I mean, and I've been playing flag football for a little bit of a minute since then. So it wasn't supposed. It's not supposed to be like there's supposed to be like a little contact.
Very little.
Very. I mean, yeah. Like on the line, it gets chippy, and you're on the offensive side of things. Like you're supposed to like block, but like outside of that, like you can't like obviously like hold or like you're like super aggressive. And on the defensive line, you can't like bull rush them or anything like that. You're supposed to use like a move, like a swim or whatever, to get around them. So this guy, I went in. This guy like way bigger than what I was. So shoved me to the ground. And what I remember from this is that like it was a chippy game. Like these guys talking shit. Naturally, I was talking shit. The guy like pushed me down, and I was just like on the ground, and I was like, "What are you gonna do?" And I do remember this. He was a bigger guy, bigger white guy, and then he like came off, and he was like, "Oh, like we're good." And out of nowhere, and the preface for my brother, my brother, love him, Mitch, love you. He definitely took the I'm gonna get this. Like I'm gonna stand up for my brother here and hop the bench. And what was impressive is my brother at the time was like, he's lost a lot of weight since then, but he was like probably like 270, 280 at this point.
Yeah, he was large.
And he's probably like an inch shorter than what I am. Okay. Came across and like just absolutely fucking
that's family, bro.
This guy out.
That's family, bro.
Laid this guy out. And in the moment, I'm like, oh no.
Oh no.
And I got up and I just remember I was like, oh, I gotta fucking get him out of here, like, and then someone tackles him, someone tackles me, and then it was just really red. So I remember just like
how many punches were thrown?
A lot.
So it wasn't like it wasn't a bunch of shoving. It was like,
there was a lot of that too. So I remember running up, and keep in mind I'm gassed. I'm like, oh shit. But I'm like, at the same time, I'm not gonna let my boys just get their asses beat, dude. And so at first I tried to play peacemaker. And I was going. I don't remember if it was you or your brother. Like again, the fog of war was definitely in there. But I'm trying to pull this dude. In fact, the ref and I are trying to pull this dude off of one of you guys, and he wouldn't get up. And so I remember I just freaking elbowed him right in the spine, dude. And one of his boys seen it, and he was not about it, dude. And so he comes up, and I see him from the corner of my eyes, and he throws a right hook right at me, and I duck it. Pops the ref, an 80-year-old man just takes my punch, bro. Just gets bopped, and that's when I knew it. I was like, "Oh, they don't give a fuck, bro." And dude, and the rest of that, bro, it was a combination of me trying to stay alive and like get and just try to help out as much as I could.
I want to call Cap on something. Like this story, I'm listening to this story.
They have it on tape.
You know what's untrue? This motherfucker said he locked people down. This motherfucker didn't lock nobody down.
I said for that play.
He can't guard.
He didn't get the ball.
It-
I locked him down.
Joey was solid.
I wasn't bad.
We were running with.
He ain't Trip McDuffie.
It was my buddy Cole, my brother. We had like my roommates and a couple other guys like from Hacienda. So like we were running like with and I played line. I was the only big dude on the line. So it was just me out there. So but from that, I mean, it got scrappy. It definitely got scrappy.
I remember you pulling some dude's head back and just like punching him right in the face.
Knows?
Bro.
I don't know.
It was
there was definitely the big brother instinct there that was like I gotta try to get him out, and then there was a couple things where I look over. I never knew this about my brother, but God, that guy can just take a fucking hit. We argued as kids, and maybe it was just me beating it into him, but like fucking A, like he got hit, and then I remember shoving this guy off, and I turn around, I'm like, all right, where is Mitch? And this guy, I'm not kidding, like this poor guy is on the floor, and he's just hammer fisting him in the fucking head. And eventually they called the game. It was done.
That was it.
And
we still had to separate the guys from them even after the skirmish.
Okay, so I take my brother, and it's like picture when the attempted assassination on Trump, like that's me getting my brother out of here. I'm like, all right.
As the rest of us are at that point, like dude,
I'm out of here.
We didn't want any more.
I'm like, all right, let's get to the car. This fucking tall dude was like following us out, and this dude's talking crazy ass.
I got the strap in the car.
Yeah,
dog.
he was like, you want me to go to the car? He's like, you want me to get in my trunk? And I'm like, no.
Actually, I want to go home.
I'd like to go home. And I'll never forget. So I had this one guy, short white guy, just was also with him the entire time. I'm like getting my brother out of there. He's like chirping in my ear. He's like, I don't care. I'll fucking lose it over you. And I'm like, dude, get away from me. So I had a Subaru at the time. I got my brother in the car. This guy like pins me up against like the passenger door, and he's like sitting there. Like I have one tall guy over me, and then I have the next guy next to me, and he goes, just so you know, I don't care. Like that's all he said to me. He's like, just so you know, I don't care. I was like, I don't know what that means. Finally, dude, I look, and I'm pretty sure after this they had like little league. So there's all these families.
There was children on the other.
There's all these families walking up, and I'm just like, I see this lady, and she's genuinely concerned, and I just look at her, and I'm like, I was like, I think you just need to call the police at this point. I was like, I don't know if I can leave right now.
Bro.
And I kept trying to reason with this guy. And I was like, hey, we just walked out the field. There's no reason for this anymore. And then finally, my roommate Sam just fucking grabs this guy by his shirt and just shoves him. And I thought I was like, we're about to fight in the parking lot. We're about to fight in the parking lot. And this guy just walked away. That's all he did was walk away. And then the other guy that just kept whispering shit, sweet nothings in my ear, just also walked away. And then we drove home.
Didn't they get banned from the league after that?
Mitch got suspended for the season.
Yep.
And then we never played there again. That's what happened there.
That shit was crazy, man.
I've been jumped a few times. I'm gonna save one of those jump stories for when Greg's here.
Okay.
Because he was a part of
there.
it.
Yeah.
But to tie into what he said about like, brothers defend each other. I'm not gonna tell the story that Greg will tell that story. But I remember I was playing flag football with
something about it.
It's always what happens.
with my brother Lionel, and it was like his restaurant league. He worked at Cheesecake Factory in Florida, and I brought some of my friends, and we're playing, we're winning, we're beating their ass, and this dude sets like a nasty blindside
like screen kind of
block on me. And bro, I used to play lineman. I get up like it's okay, good
lineman there. I like that.
Good shit. Like, I mean, I didn't like it, but like, I mean, it is what it is. If I was in that situation, I would have boomed him too. So it is what it is. But my brother saw that, so the very next play, I'm running out for a pass. He comes across the field and just just like lays this guy out.
Damn.
We're on offense, by the way.
Oh shit.
Yeah, we're on
Yeah.
offense. And he just takes off and just like lays him out and starts talking shit. So I understand, like, brothers are gonna do that.
Yeah.
I mean, there's been, were you? No, you weren't there. That was with Nick Flo and
Oh, you're talking about on the cruise? Yeah, yeah, I wasn't there for that one.
All it took was someone to talk shit to Corbin for a second, and I got up like that. That's my brother. He's not really my brother, but he's my brother.
Definitely.
So yeah, it's like
that's how it goes. But dude, that I remember telling that story at Haas, and they thought,
everyone thought they were lying. Yeah,
bro.
Did Chris really crash? Did he do something?
I mean,
absolutely.
There
bro.
was
again. It's on tape. It's on tape somewhere, bro. They reviewed it.
We need it.
We actually probably do need it. I would kill to see.
But also keep in mind, not everyone came off the bench to help us.
That is true.
Not everyone did, and we were already. We had like 8 men to their 20, and so while I was still trying to crash something, I was also like, I'm trying to survive and get my boys out of here too.
You damn right, Corbin. You damn right. If I was there, I would have popped off. I would have ended up in jail for sure. Yeah, I'm so lucky that, like, with all the altercations I've been on in my life, I've never been arrested.
Sure.
Like,
I remember you telling one that was pretty wild too. That might have been with Greg. I don't remember.
Are you talking about the one where I punched a homeless guy?
No, that's hilarious too. No, the one where you're like, I've never been so glad to see the cops pull up in my life.
Oh no, that was when I got jumped with Nathan.
Okay.
Yeah. One of these days we'll get jumped together. My closest friends, we get jumped together.
I mean, I'm not wishing for it.
No.
Is that here in Colorado Springs?
Nah, bro, I'm from Miami, bro.
Oh, got it. Okay, that makes sense.
Well, no, the homeless guy I punched was in Vegas. He attacked a little white girl, and should I tell the story? Since
just do it, just a quick summary.
I'll do a quick. Okay, Have you been to Vegas?
Oh. Sadly, that is my most traveled to place. So
Okay.
Vegas like 7 times.
All right, I'll make it quick. I'm with my homeboy, Nathan. We're staying at the Venetian, and we're walking.
That's fancy as fuck.
That was my first Vegas experience.
Hell yeah!
When did you go to Vegas first time?
The first week after COVID was lifted.
Oh, what a great time to go!
Yes, it was so chill.
Were you 21 then or no?
Motherfucker, yes.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if you had just turned 21. Oh, that's
COVID, bro.
You thought he was. You thought he was 21 in 2020.
Yeah, bro.
Good for you.
Good for you.
Let me take my hat off real quick.
Show him your hairline. No.
Yeah, bro. I don't get carded. I just show my hairline and that's it. But anyways, all right. So when you be crossing the street in Vegas, you go over these bridges.
Yeah.
We're going over the bridge, right? And on the other side of the bridge is a homeless dude.
What part of the strip was this?
Venetian, right where the Venetian is.
Right
like where the Palazzo is, where you cross over. We're going to what's that mall?
In Caesar's Palace or
no, it's across the street from the Venetian.
I don't know.
I don't know. It's International Mall, something.
Okay.
Mall. It has this big spaceship looking thing, like I don't know how to describe it. Anyways, we're walking across the bridge. On the other side of the bridge is a homeless guy. This black dude, probably in his, I mean that heat ages you. He probably is only in his early 40s, but he looked rough. And in between us and this homeless dude is this nice white family. Dad, mom, 2 brothers, little white girl. This fucking homeless dude's tweaking. I mean, tweaking, like he's grunting, he's making weird noises. He yells something out. I don't know what he said. And he runs up on the little girl and just pushes her. And her face hits like the railing.
Oh, fuck.
So this dude starts backing up like in his set. And the family, the dad, and man, these are some big corn-fed motherfuckers. These motherfuckers like 6'5". Dad is huge. Yo, brother's tall. They're rushing him. Now, this guy is coming in my direction. So, like, my thought process is I need to make sure that this family knows that this guy is not with us. Because it's me and my other friend, we're all so black. I'm like, I want to differentiate myself from this person. So he backs up, and I just wah, 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 hit him in the back of the head like 3 times. And yeah, they grab a hold of him and they beat his ass. they beat his ass. So, you know, and then also I'm thinking like this guy might turn around and swing on me. So I just
Was he out for the day or what?
no, he eventually like got away. Like they ripped his shirt off and he took off running. And they're like, "Thank you so much. Will you stay for the cops?" I'm like, "No, I won't stay.
I'm out of there.
I assaulted a man that
You had no
I'm not doing shit.
That's so
I have
funny.
no problem. Yeah, but yeah,
That's so funny.
that's my Vegas story.
I do love
Funny.
that. I do love that story.
I
That's a
can
good
relate
one.
to that tweaking though, dude. I have Mark Andrews on my fantasy team, and goddamn, dude, I want to just tweak out.
Wait, what? What? Wait, I'm confused.
Wait, you want to crash out on Mark Andrews?
Yeah,
For
Didn't
not
he score a touchdown last game?
Yes, he
he's
did.
been better,
he-
but man, at the
oh,
beginning of
the
the season,
season,
dude,
yeah.
I was
All right,
I was
well,
feeling like that man in
Sam-
Vegas, dude.
Sam Laporta hasn't been great either, but that's funny as fuck. We do got to keep it
Yo,
going.
let's keep it going. Bucket list. All right, so we like to ask our guests, you know, bucket list items. It could be experiences, it could be travel destinations, it could be, you know, going
Something-
just
something you wanna
something
do.
special before you kick the bucket. What are you doing?
Ooh,
You didn't give him the list.
you know.
I thought that one said optional, and so I skipped it.
If
Bucket list
applicable.
Oh, it says
items.
if applicable.
It's applicable.
It is applicable. I didn't know. Man, I've traveled a decent amount through my 28 years, so it is hard to say. So I might be going to Japan. This coming
Everybody.
summer. I know.
Everyone
dude,
says
they
Japan, bro.
Okay.
But no, you're
It's
fine.
not a bad thing. It's not a
Why
bad
Japan?
Okay,
thing.
actually, here's one that me and my buddy Morgan like have honestly fantasized about doing. So New Zealand, I see the posters everywhere. So like, I'm a huge Star Wars guy,
Okay,
guy.
cool.
So in New Zealand, that's where they filmed a lot of the
Mhm.
Star Wars. So I actually wanted to go there to specifically see that. But I have a big fear of open water. I don't like open water. I love water sports.
Cruise.
There you go.
It's a good way.
Cruise.
Good way
I'm
to
gonna go on a cruise, guys. Actually, what I think would be like an all-time cool thing is just diving into like a shark tank. And off the coast is New Zealand. It's on the northern side of the island. That's where the most great whites are
Circle
seen.
around.
So I would love to just dive into one of those tank or one of those cages and just like
Okay.
see him come through. That honestly would be probably something all-time. for
Why do
me
you
to
invite
try.
this psychopath?
Someone else said that too.
I know.
Swimming with sharks.
I'm out on that, bro. It was Sasha, I think.
Was it?
I think
Yeah.
Sasha said that. No,
Sasha
but she didn't.
seems cool, honestly.
She
Yeah. Fair enough. Fair
Um,
enough.
you know, I mean, I can introduce you, but she's spoken for
Yeah.
currently. Um,
No, fair enough. fair
but
enough.
she said she wants to swim with sharks without the cage.
Oh, that's right. That's
Oh,
true.
yeah. She's like,
Yeah,
oh,
I
you could
saw
just
that.
move their.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
yeah.
Maybe you can. I don't
yeah.
know. I guess it depends on the kind of
That's-
shark.
That's not how it works. But anyways,
Yep.
we're gonna
Keep it
going.
going.
You know, I'm gonna add a bucket list item.
Do it.
Should I? Yeah, I will. So this is kind of maybe I've made some revisions to it because originally I wanted to go from like Key West, mile marker 1, so the beginning of US 1,
hmm
and bicycle all the way up to Maine.
Bicycle.
Yes.
I have a friend that did Mexico, like the border of Mexico, all the way up to I think it was Montana or something.
That's just as crazy.
Bicycle.
Wow.
But like you're gonna like that's like probably like a 70-day
It has to be.
adventure. Yeah,
If
you're stopping.
biking the whole
Yeah,
way.
like you'll get at a destination.
I think that one's
Chill the-
longer, but so my
Is it?
buddy's name is Slade. He did it in like 2 weeks. I'm not kidding.
Really?
He's a
Bicycle?
cycler by trade. That's how I know him. Yeah.
Bro, literally it's the entire East Coast of America.
It gets
And
cold.
Key West is even like further
Further
down. Than it's closer to Cuba.
I mean,
than
you
it
got to get a
is-
good road bike. I mean, you can go like what 30 miles per hour on a road bike, something like that.
some.
You know, so you can cover some ground in a day. But yeah, I wouldn't do that in 2 weeks. That'd be like a 2 month ordeal. I want to stop at different cities and experience culture and
True.
food.
That'd be cool.
and
That's a good one. I like it.
one day, but I don't want to do it alone. I want someone to go with me. At least maybe fly in.
Give
and
me
do
an
a-
electric bike.
I'll
I'm
hook you
down.
with my friend. He'll do it. Yeah.
like you know what? Maybe that's the maybe that's
Maybe
the
that's
play.
the key. Electric
Maybe
bike.
that's the play.
Yeah, fair.
Yeah.
Alrighty, Grizz. Let's think. We got some stories. I know I got a couple. You got any
Oh, boy.
notable stories you want to share?
About what?
You and him
Just adventures
Oh,
together, or
late
adventures
night.
at
drunk. Questionable events happened.
Oh boy.
Not that questionable.
Yeah, actually, I was dude, honestly, I had to when I saw the question on the sheet, dude, I had to really like flip back and like honestly like some good Chris and Zach adventures because there's been quite a few.
There have.
Notable ones.
The Adventures of Chris and Zach.
Yeah,
Could be a TV show. I don't know.
good.
Okay. Okay, since you guys like gambling, this is honestly it
I don't like gambling. I've never gambled in my life.
this is one of my like all time like this is more of like a genuine kind of story, but so Chris and I we always talked about going up to Black Hawk.
Yep. Yeah.
You said black what?
Black Hawk.
Black what?
Hawk.
HAWK. All right, hold on there, buddy.
Hey,
So
I'm
Chris
gonna
and I
either
actually
I'm gonna pull your mic back a little bit or just a little bit because you were clipping just a
Clipping.
second ago. Go ahead. Go ahead.
All good.
How's this? Am I clipping?
No, you're well. Go ahead.
You should be.
Is this clipping?
No, you're good as long as it doesn't go red.
Yeah.
All right. So God, we're at Hacienda, and somehow I think we got like a Friday or Saturday night off, and I take us up in our Subaru, and we're like, all right, we're going to Black Hawk. So Chris and I, we go to Black Hawk. Have you been before?
I think that was my first
Yeah,
time.
I think that was my
Yeah.
first time for sure. Yeah. So we go up to Blackhawk, and
Is
Chris and I
like
were.
Black Hawk?
I think so. Honestly, I don't know. He's a big Blackhawk guy.
I can't say neither. I plead the fifth.
But I mean, the cool thing, the reason why I like gambling with Chris is we both like playing poker. So
Yep.
when we're with the twins or anybody else, you have to play blackjack or anything.
Yeah.
So we actually went up and we played ones and twos, and we played for like a solid 5 hours.
It was a long
Yeah.
time.
So I think Chris lost every single penny he brought there.
I did.
So
I did.
the best hand I've ever had. All right. So it's I'm actually at the head of the table. Chris is right next to me. I'm with this older Native American gentleman, and he was just sinking it. I mean, chips. In the 5 hours, I mean, it dwindled. He bought back in. It dwindled. It bought back in. And I could read this guy. He was chasing every single hand that he had. So it gets to a point where I think Chris is starting to dwindle. I'm getting a little tired. I'm like, God damn, like we've been here forever. So get a play. I get dealt to me pocketed, or I have 2 8s, right? And I'm like, okay, this is cool. So I'm sitting there, and the river comes out 8-8-2. I'm like, whoa,
Cooking.
I
Quad
might
eights.
be cooking here. So I tried to slow roll these guys. No one wanted to buy in except for the
The
native.
dude. Yeah, the dude.
He was chasing, and then something. I think like a face card came out, and then I bet like the nuts. I like threw 100 out, and I was like, let's see if he'll do it. Immediately folds, and I'm like, ain't no way. Like my grandpa like always told me, I'm like, God damn, like this is like probably I'm never getting this hand again.
Sure.
So I sat there, I won the hand, and I was like, I got to show this hand. So I flip over my 8s, and I'm like, you guys are lucky. And we're surrounded by older gentlemen, and every single older gentleman was like, hell of a hand, young man, hell of a hand. And they start like they're like, wow, like what are that? And the guy next to me is
bro.
hugging. Oh, man,
You're good. You're good.
the guy next to me was
they tapped the table.
Yeah, they did. Yeah. But the best part of the story is actually that we went to Central City, which is legitimately right next
I
to
hate
Cripple
this.
Creek. So we went there, and I was up. So I was like, okay, cool. and Chris had like his last like $50 or something like that. So we go and sit at this empty blackjack table, and I'm not kidding you. Like I'm sitting here, I am like hitting, I am good, and Chris is just busting or losing
Every
He
single
sits there-
hand.
He
I
sits
am
there, and then
losing.
he puts his head on the table, and he's like, "I'm done for the night." And I was like, "Well, this is no fun." So I sauced him $25, and I was like, "Don't worry about it. Just make it back, and then pay me back."
Instantly lost it.
Instantly loses. And then I'm like, "All right." Well, I was like, "I'm up a good amount." I was like, "Just pay me back." It's cool.
This is depressing.
Instantly
Dude, I
loses. And then we get to this point where I give him. I'm like, "All right, it's a 5 table, so just play a 5, make your money back." Chris made back $50 or something like that. And then he goes, "I'm gonna pay you back in full." Loses. Just loses it all.
Bro, and then not only that, I remember the ride home and I was already fucking cooked. I was already sad because of the way I was drunk and sad. And we're talking, bro, and there's this girl I used to be really into at Haas. And we start talking about it, and he goes, "Oh yeah, she's dating this guy now too, right?"
Oh,
And I
fuck.
was just like, I was sad. I was thinking of that one as well. It wasn't my proudest time, but you live and you learn.
Yeah, I don't like gambling. I can
We
see.
were on I-70 and we were hungry, and Chris goes, "I can at least buy you McDonald's."
Yeah, bro.
Damn.
So the story that I thought of, you remember that Halloween party at Hanley Weingard's
Oh, yeah,
place?
yeah.
So I don't know why we did this. We were just drunk, and it was me and Trey, and I remember you're like bring it on, let's tussle. And I was lit, and I was like, all right, let's do it. Keep in mind, at this point in my life, I weighed like $150. I put on a lot more weight since then, and so I remember the first thing I did is I jumped on his back and I got him in a lock. But I'm hanging on his back. So Trey thinks he's helping out. Trey pushes him and he just falls backwards and I'm on his back and he just hits the ground with me first. So it absolutely knocks the wind straight out of me, bro.
I hate that feeling.
I'm like,
You have video evidence?
do you?
I have a picture of what we were dressed up then.
Oh, okay, fair enough. But so I still have him in a headlock though, and I'm trying to choke him out, but he's being resilient, and so he can feel, and I can feel my energy and my conditioning just fading away, and he slowly starts to get out, bro, and he slowly starts to gain position, and then he starts grabbing my neck, and that's when Trey came in and finally pushed you off, and then he got attacked by Devin, and I just remember at the end of it, bro, I was like, why the fuck did we just do that, bro? We're at a Halloween party. I am sweating. I'm drenched in sweat. And
He
I am
hit you with the
absolutely
Homer
whole
Simpson.
crowd.
He hit you
around
with
us
the
watching.
Homer
He was
Simpson.
starting to. He was starting to, bro. Because like I knew I was cooked once he got out of it. Because I blew my wad trying to choke him out, and I didn't quite get it. And then Trey came and saved me, and yeah. So
This is what I was. I thought I had a picture of me and Chris, but that I was literally. They called me Big Peep, but I dressed up as Little Peep as like a last minute thing.
Gotcha.
Remember that? I had all the tattoos and everything. Yeah, heroes.
You probably can't see it, but it's all good. I have a couple of photos from that night too. I was dressed up as the cop, I think, but
I think you were, yeah.
bro, I remember.
I always knew you were 12.
I've also been.
I want to
dressed up as a
say I don't
criminal.
know if I was like I want to tussle or it was unprompted. Who knows? But
I don't remember.
all right,
Every once in a while,
People-
toxic
people-
masculinity has to happen.
People were impressed by my performance though, because
think they
you
were,
had
yeah.
some size and weight on me at the time for sure. But
there's one more. I wrote this down. There's one more. So I think it was a poker night. We were at my house off Woodman, and we were sitting there, and we had a few drinks, right? And I think Chris usually, I don't know how he does it. He usually comes away with the poker nights because it comes down to
I
like,
won a lot of them for sure.
it comes down to like, I think it came down to you and I that night, and then we ended up maybe splitting it or something happened. But Chris was an ungodly level of fucked up that night, and like ungodly.
I know
So-
exactly where you're going with this.
So we told them, like, he goes, "I'm gonna head out," and we're like, "Absolutely, you are not heading out, like, bro, like you can't." I'm pretty sure he picked up his keys and then dropped it, and we were like, "No, dude, like, we're friends. You can stay here, you
Yeah,
know,
yeah,
like
yeah.
at least." All right, you stay until like the early morning or a couple hours at least, right?
Yeah, drink like 3 bottles of water,
Yeah.
Something.
So
recover.
Something
I'm
for sure.
at our old house. It used to be like we had like a loft upstairs, so I had like a couch and like a TV. And I'm remember like I'm sitting there with Sam, and we're just continuing to drink, and we're like watching a movie, and we hear some like ruffling downstairs, and we're like, what the hell is that? And we hear someone's keys being picked up, and then it just like we hear a chair fall, and my roommate Sam is like, Chris, he goes, I know. Goes back on the couch like he's like a little kid. He goes, yeah, I know, and he goes back on the couch, pulls a blanket over himself, and just tries to go to bed.
Yeah.
So then, didn't you end up sneaking out the back?
So, and I do not, I don't condone this, but yeah. So I try to go to sleep. I might have for like a little bit, but then I like woke up, and I'm like, I gotta get out of here. And so I grabbed my keys, and then I remember crawling on the floor so that they wouldn't hear me. I was just army crawling on the floor, and then I just opened the door and closed it real quick, flipped over the fence, and went home. I definitely don't condone that. I did. I went out the back door. And
Could have very easily army crawled to the front door, maybe stealthily. No, he goes out the
I chose
back
the
door,
fence, and I flipped
and
the
he just
fence.
hops over the fucking.
And I don't condone that. You
Why
should-
why do we try so hard to be like, oh, we can make it?
Right? Looking back on it, so stupid. I
had been
again,
friends
I'm
with
not
Chris
proud
for
of that.
so long, and he was just like, we'll get breakfast in the morning, it'll be fine. And he's like, I gotta go home. It's like, my bad.
I don't know why, for whatever reason, that time. But yeah, no. Always take your friend's advice. Always stay at your friend's house when you've had too much to drink.
My
Don't.
He ended up saying, don't worry.
Yeah,
one
don't
of my
drive drunk.
one of my good friends, Jordan, took my keys away from me when I was 20. Yes, I was drinking. He took my keys away from me, and I tried to fight him.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I chased him around the entire park, and I couldn't catch him. I'm slow. Hey, motherfucker. Hey, you know what? And I appreciate that. And I ended up throwing up, and then I took a flight to New York that day. That morning.
Damn, how's that flight?
Oh, it was horrible. I threw up. I think I threw up at the airport. My friend Nathan threw up at the airport. I was fucked up. It was for Nathan's birthday.
Was it?
Yeah,
Okay.
his 21st birthday.
Gotcha.
Yep.
Yeah, but yeah. A couple of stories. There's a whole bunch of other ones with the twins and all kinds of shit. But
All right, so you got
keep
some
it going.
stories. All right,
I'm gonna keep it going.
I'll keep it going.
you got some stories, but we want a specific type of story. This segment's called Tinder Tendencies. All right,
Yeah.
so it doesn't have to be a Tinder experience. It doesn't have to be an online dating experience. It's preferred, but any memorable, could be cringy, could be positive, negative, shameful,
Prideful.
something
Successful.
successful. Tell us a dating story. The
Is
floor
this
is yours.
Is this a me thing, or is this an all
This
of us
is a you.
thing?
No, it's a you
This is
thing.
you.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
shit, okay.
Remember, we do this once a week. We would run out of
Mhm.
stories to tell. So when we don't have a guest, then we will alternate. I know he's dated four,
Five.
been on 5 dates now.
6 maybe.
Yeah.
Well, do you count the one that?
You actually.
Nah, never mind. Never mind. All right.
Yeah, the
continue.
one app. Yeah. Okay. The one actually, I've had like relatively okay experience on dating apps. I'm gonna plug you guys real quick. You both are single?
No.
You're
Yeah.
okay. You're single, right?
Correct.
Okay, dude. Facebook dating.
it the way?
It honestly might be the way. Okay, the lady I'm.
Do they
I'm-
suppress your raise?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Shane met his girl off of.
Facebook dating?
Honestly, yeah. So the
I
lady
might
I've been
have to
talking to
dabble.
for a little bit is I actually met off Facebook dating. So honestly, Facebook dating might be the way. But I've had like some weird experiences on Tinder. The one that actually comes to mind, like it's okay, just meeting people. Like
Yeah.
you don't have to. Okay. So in high school, I dated a girl for 5 years. So 8th grade to basically like the first half of my freshman year in college, we dated, right? So
Okay.
we broke up as high school couples do. So we went into the summer. I got a job at my dad's dealership. Okay. Was just working. I was like, I just want to get a bunch of money to go booze it up with my boys. Like, I worked like like Monday through Saturday, because Sundays are the only day the dealership's closed, right?
Correct.
And I was a porter, so I went.
Oh,
And
you're a
I was
porter,
a
okay.
glorified
Mover.
car parker mover.
Hey, we
yeah.
gotta cut you off, bro.
Car parker.
Parkour?
Parkour. So, all I did was in Quick Lube, I drove through the car wash, parked them, and then when they came through the drive, I parked them in the technician's bay.
Yeah.
So it was honestly like one of the best jobs I had, because I just got to chill with my dad all day and like just see
Okay.
what he was up to. But
Where's the date? Go.
oh, it's my bad.
Yo, I'm like, yo, what like, like
talking about
I got off topic. there.
what Quick Lube are we talking about here?
Yeah. So there was this girl, I think her name was Kayla. She worked there.
Shout out to Kayla.
Shout out to Kayla. Really nice girl. Started kind of flirting it up at work. I played softball for the dealership. So one day, like, I was just like, you know what? Like, let's see it. And I was like, hey, you want to come to the softball game with me, maybe play around? She's like, no, but I'll watch you. And I was like, okay, cool. So go. Obviously, he had a couple homers, nothing big.
Oh, nothing.
And then after that, I was like, okay. I was like, well, this girl came out to see me, and I was like, obviously, maybe she likes me. So I was like, hey, you want to go get food? And she's like, yeah, where are you thinking? And I'm like I had not been on a date, like a first date, in like 5 years. So I was like, oh, you want to go to Chili's? So we went to fucking Chili's.
From softball to hardball.
Softball to hard
Ooh.
bar. So we went to Chili's. Okay. Started having like polite, nice conversation, and then we started kind of like talking about like maybe like each other. And she goes, oh, hey, like there is like something you should know about me. And I'm like, oh, okay, cool. And
I'm a
she's like,
man.
I'm a man. She's like, no, I'm very spiritual. I'm like, oh, okay. Like, what does that mean? She's like, oh, I communicate with the dead, like straight up, like looked at me. And so she goes, yeah, I have she's like, I have like a bed that has like a top attachment. She's like, there's all dream catchers around me. She's like, it guards me when I sleep. I'm like, oh, like guards you. She's like, yeah, any like entity that comes in, they guard me. And I'm like, oh, okay. That's cool.
Cephalo.
So dude, I'm
Yeah.
green at this point. I have no idea. Like, this is the first date I've been on since like my high school girlfriend. And I'm like, wow, cool. Like, yeah, that's not a red flag at all. I'm very cool. So I'm like, oh, okay, cool. She's like, yeah. At one point I was like, oh, that's unique. I'm pretty sure I was like, yeah, that's unique. Yeah. She's like, yeah, but I'm not anymore. And I'm like, oh, okay, well, that's a relief that you're not. So me being the dumb 18-year-old I was, and I was like, yeah, that's awesome. And so we ended up like hanging out at a park, and then she drove home. And then not even a week later, I got her from my parents' place.
Oh my god.
You should have splashed her with water and said the
Some
power
holy-
of Christ.
holy water.
compels you."
Right? Yeah. No, that was that's like probably the craziest dating story that I probably
Fair
have
enough.
there.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy.
You met a girl that said she was possessed at one point that
Talks
communicates
to
with the dead.
And then I brought her over to my parents' home. Yes.
You a fan? You a fan? You a fan?
Hey,
Freaky ass
that's
nigga.
crazy,
You
bro.
a 69 guy?
We'll keep it going. We try to keep them around an hour. An hour. So this is a segment. I'm gonna, and you answered actually most of these earlier, but I'm gonna say it's a this or that. I'm gonna give you two options. Bronco editions. You gotta choose one.
Rapid fire.
All right.
Shit.
John Elway or Peyton Manning.
Peyton Manning.
All right. Demarius Thomas or Brandon Marshall.
Demarius Thomas.
Champ Bailey or Patrick Surtain.
Champ Bailey.
Von Miller or John Lynch.
Von Miller.
Shannon Sharp or Terrell Davis.
Shannon Sharp.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, you gotta give Shannon his love.
Again,
bro.
you kind of answered most of those earlier when you did
Yeah.
your list, but
Yeah.
fair enough. Fair enough. It's time for
it's time.
time.
Oh,
It's
time.
That's another one.
Watch. Yo. Watch. This is the watch with Mr. Phoenix. Just so you know, Grizz, the watch is like we talk about like hot topics, gossip, rumors, whatnot. A lot of it is based around entertainment and hip hop, but we're gonna talk about crypto. Crypto is absolutely blowing up. President Trump got elected, and we have just been on a fucking run. Do you know that I believe the day before the election, Bitcoin was at like I think 64,000.
which is still pretty high, right?
It's at 82,000 right now.
82 per?
80 right now.
Oh,
right now.
shit.
Is that an all-time high?
Yes,
It's gotta be.
yes.
It's-
What
it has to be an
the all-time
high.
high
It is
was
an all-time high.
73, and now it's
82.
to 82.
And he hasn't even stepped foot in the office.
He
yet.
hasn't stepped foot in the office.
Wow.
I don't need just for safety purposes. Your boy's up. I ain't gonna tell you how much, but your
Fair
boy's
enough.
up.
That's
It's-
dope.
It's a good time for those who don't participate in crypto. I mean, I don't get paid by any of these companies, but you know what? I support them. Do the research. There's the technology is real. It's here. It's not just the future. It is here. You're gonna see the finance sector change, and you have opportunities to change your life. I've been trying to get this fool over here to change his life.
We do have a what if
Portfolio. Yeah, I had you buying at the wrong time with that what if.
Sure.
But I guarantee you, by the end of this cycle, we're gonna be popping, off and popping. Bitcoin to the moon, Cardano to the moon, Ethereum to the moon, Solana to the moon. This is the watch.
Word. I like it.
Do you dabble?
I do dabble. Can I plug you guys real quick?
Go ahead.
Put us on game.
Dogecoin.
Dogecoin?
No.
Dogecoin.
Doge. Bro, I think I still have some Dogecoin, actually.
It's up pretty big. I mean,
It's
just
It's Elon Musk. Yeah.
yeah.
just a month ago, it was like you could get it sub 10 cents, like 9 cents,
Yeah.
and now it's
8 or
like
9
20,
cents. It's-
22,
oh, okay.
23,
When I pulled up here, it was at 28 cents.
28 cents.
So Elon Musk, it's rumored that Elon Musk is going to be the head of the Department of Government Efficiencies.
Last 30 days.
Oh, shit.
Wow. That's crazy.
Oh
bro.
boy. So Elon Musk is rumored to be the head of Department of Government Efficiencies. You know what that stands for?
No.
DOGE.
Oh, shit. Damn.
I don't know, but hey,
Well, I guess we'll have to see.
buying now it's low at 29 cents something.
My
but, yeah.
dog coin is SHIB.
SHIB's not bad.
I have some SHIB as well. I think I've gained nothing from it though.
It's all right.
Richard's tried to put me on game with SHIB, and then Trevor and I bought like $200 worth, and
At the
nothing
at
happened.
the top of the fucking market.
maybe I don't know.
bought
Hold
it.
on to it.
Might as well.
Yeah, you might as well. You've held on this long. You might as
Yeah.
well hold on. But
True. Okay, so
we're gonna keep it going
so crypto. Alrighty.
to the moon.
Awesome life locks.
Oh,
Those
we
are
have
cool.
real ones. Oh shit.
Got real ones. Awesome life locks. So basically, we choose. It's primarily football. I guess it doesn't have to be football, but that's kind of what we've chosen to do. I think I put you on game a little bit earlier. So we each choose one thing, and here's the deal: it has to be even odds on each side. So if it's like an over under, has to be the same odds or plus something, right? So something that's either even money or even odds as far as the return goes. So right now I'm up on him, but he gained a little bit of traction in this last one. I'm up 4-3. He has 3-4. The last one I took Tyreek Hill for a touchdown. He didn't get it. He took Tyreek Hill over. He did get it there. So we do one every single week. This time because obviously the second round of games on the Sunday slate is going right now. We have our locks.
Go ahead.
Alrighty. So Sunday Night Football. I'm going to take Sam Laporta over 34.5 yards, minus 115 even. It's even.
He takes
on-
the softest
But
fucking.
it's the same on each way.
The baby butter fucking.
There it
Fucking.
is.
He took a
steak
Derrick
dinner.
Henry. He took a Derrick Henry touchdown.
A
on
touchdown.
one
A
of them.
touchdown is still less
mean-
likely to happen than 34 yards. You can get that in one play, bro.
And you can get a touchdown in one play.
Y-
That
bro,
argument's neither here nor there.
no, it is here.
Mine-
Yards are.
Derrick Henry was minus like 240 when he took that. I'm giving
He
you.
doesn't know that.
I do know that. I do. Derrick Henry scored a touchdown in the majority of his games. Anything
Every
Derrick Henry
game.
hits.
Every game. this
Every
year,
single game?
Every
Yeah.
game. This year.
So if you take a Derrick Henry
that
touchdown
was week
now, it's
4.
like
That was week.
minus 340.
That was like week 3 or 4. So it's like-
Regardless, the rule. I'm playing by the rules. It's the same thing. You look it up on BetMGMN. Minus 115 across the board for the over and the under. I took the over. That's it. That's all it is. Sam
bro,
Laporta
it's just-
over.
It's just that's just cheesy. 34 yards. That's not even like an accomplishment, bro. That's not like that's
It's a
not
lock.
that's not
it
a.
doesn't have to.
I know, but it's
Your
just soft.
opinion as far as what goes doesn't matter.
I can
It's what they're
I
saying.
can do those weak ass locks too, but that's just it's just
That
lame.
Derrick Henry lock is way more weak than that.
Bro, you can't get a touchdown every week. It's gonna he's eventually not gonna get a
know.
touchdown. He's eventually gonna
Christian McCaffrey and Derrick Henry disagree as far as that.
yeah. But anyways, all right, I'll give you mine. Mine's better than this. I got Tua Tagovailoa, 200 passing yards over. Okay.
You tell me that his passing yards is at 200.
No, I'm not done.
You're parlaying it.
And 2 touchdowns, bitch.
You're parlaying that.
I just parlayed it.
All right, that's fine.
And I made the bet, and it's.
Oh, I know that's plus.
Yeah,
I know that's plus if
just,
you parlay it. Okay.
Yeah, just so you know.
No, I mean
200
that
yards.
I believe.
200 yards, 2 touchdowns.
All right.
Monday Night Football.
You got a guess lock for us?
I do. How about I give you guys $10 to put on this, just as like a little bit of like a freebie. Bo Nix rushing touchdown next week.
For next week? Okay. Who do
Go
they
towards
play?
the steak dinner.
How so? How would it go towards the steak dinner?
Well, I mean, wait, you guys.
We have a bet for a steak dinner.
Yeah.
Like
so-
whoever wins the most out of these. Yeah.
Yeah, so it goes to the winner, and then you put it towards the steak dinner.
Sure.
Okay.
Sure,
Yeah.
yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
I'll
let's do it.
I'm game.
And if
Fair
it doesn't, I mean, fuck it. I don't know.
enough. All right. Bo Nix rushing touchdown
Next week.
Week 10, right? Next week is
Is it
week
week
10.
10? Yeah. I
Yeah.
think so.
Week 10.
Y'all 9-0. No,
Crazy.
this is week 10.
Oh, week
You have it?
11. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
week
Okay.
All right, you want to start us off?
We got some trivia for you.
shit, okay.
You're gonna have to
So-
start drinking.
Oh, yeah.
So
for
it's
this.
basically if you miss it,
No.
you can do the beer too. Just take it. Just
Oh,
take a
okay.
sip. If you get it wrong, if not, we'll take a sip. All right. So, all right. Which 2023 live-action adaptation of a beloved Disney animated classic, starring Halle Bailey,
Hallie.
Halle Bailey as the lead character, generated both excitement and controversy? So, which basically animated? Which live action did they do? on
Snow
the-
White?
Drink.
Oh, shit.
The Little Mermaid. Bro.
Oh, shit.
It generated both excitement and controversy because they had a black arrow.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Okay.
That's right.
Oh, I was on the wrong track. I thought
All
they were
right.
trying to do something with Snow
What
White too.
2022 viral Netflix show starring Evan Peters focused gruesome crimes of a notorious serial killer in Milwaukee?
Dahmer, right?
Yep.
Yes.
Well done. That's us.
Go ahead.
Which 23 film directed by Christopher Nolan broke records as the highest grossing biopic of
Biopic.
all time?
Oppenheimer.
One's easier. What was the name of the global 2022 tour headlined by Billie Eilish in support of her album Happier Than Ever?
What was the tour name?
Yeah.
Damn. Wait, say that again.
What was the name of the global 2022 tour headlined by Billie Eilish in support of her album Happier Than Ever?
I don't know.
It's called Happier Than Ever, the
Oh,
world
Happier Than
tour.
Ever.
Man, chat
I was
G-
gonna say baggy clothing.
Dude.
I don't know.
Drake.
Big titties. Oh shit. Which 23 film based on Mattel's
Mattel's.
all right, I can't read. Mattel's iconic toy became one of the highest grossing films of the year and was directed by Greta Gerwig.
Say the first part again.
Which 2023 film based on Mattel's iconic toy became one of the highest grossing films of the year directed by Greta Gerwig?
Barbie?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, you've done well.
What artist in 2023 Renaissance World Tour generated buzz for its innovative visuals and fashion, making her her first solo tour in 6 years? I'm gonna give you a clue because that's pretty vague and you probably don't listen to her music. She's married to the person she's married to makes her one of the biggest power couples in the history of entertainment and music.
Beyonce.
Yes.
That was maybe too much.
Dude, I had I would.
No, like there's no chance. There's because remember I picked these were gonna be for
I was about to
Sa-
say
these
Taylor
were-
these are
Swift
gonna be
because
for
I
Sa-
have no idea what
this
she's
was
been
gonna
up
be
to.
for Sasha and Bella. They probably would have got it. I felt bad putting them with, but that was a good
Yeah,
answer.
you did
That was
well.
a good
4 out
answer.
of 5.
4 to 5, not bad.
All right. Excited for this next one.
Oh yeah, I just got a really weird text, bro. I'm sorry, I got caught off guard.
No, you good.
I'm gonna have to respond to that in a second. Yeah, the next one. Oh yeah. Mount Rushmore of movies. So four movies. Who you putting on your Mount Rushmore? And remember, this isn't like an all-time like. It's not the best movies ever. It's your best.
Your favorite.
Your best.
Do you want me to start off?
Start off.
All right. Mount Rushmore of movies. I have A Dead Poet Society.
Classic.
It's classic.
Never seen it.
Oh man,
Oh, what
please.
are
We
you
got.
doing?
we
I
gotta-
know. I know. We
have
added to the
We
list.
have
I
to.
think I'm gonna watch Interstellar because you
Oh,
told me
yeah.
to. You told me to.
Interstellar's fantastic
Yeah.
too. Not on my list. I got Dead Poet Society, Fury, the war movie with the
Yeah.
tanks.
It's not bad.
Never seen it.
It's my favorite war movie. I kind of go by categories in a little bit when I was thinking of this. Shawshank Redemption.
Great movie.
Solid
Fan-
movie, yeah, I like
great.
that.
Fantastic.
fucking tastic.
Yep. And then the final one had to go comedy. Super bad. It's my favorite comedy of all time.
And that's
So-
why it's on the wall over
Yep.
there.
So that's my Mount Rushmore of movies.
You ready or you want me to go?
I think I'm ready.
Go
Alright.
for it.
I'm gonna go with something near and dear to me. I'm gonna go Star Wars Episode 3: Revenge of the Sith. All time
Okay.
on my list.
You said episode 3?
Episode 3.
Oh, yeah. I'm episode 3.
Revenge of the Sith. Returns of Darth Vader.
Is that Revenge of the Sith?
Yeah.
Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
Revenge of the Sith. Yeah.
I mean, you'd know it's it's on your Rushmore.
Yeah, so you had the Phantom Menace.
Phantom Menace, Attack of the Clones. Revenge of the
Yeah.
Sith, yep.
You're right. My bad.
That's up there for me. I'm gonna go Blade Runner 2049, the new one.
Never seen
I
it.
haven't seen that
Ooh,
either.
Watch the first one if you want to get into it. It's fun.
Okay.
Comedy wise, I think I got to put a comedy wise. I'm gonna go with The Other Guys.
Oh my
classic.
God, that's
Classic
God.
hit.
Now I feel like I
Classic.
have,
Aim for the bushes.
Aim for the bushes. Aim for the bushes.
get it. Never been
Um,
about that. Never been about that.
It's called the Soup Kitchen. You know what they do?
Yeah. Dirty Mike and the boys.
Was that the same one as like you ever do a desk pop?
Yeah. You gotta do this, Bobby.
I need an MRI. I need an MRI. I got soft tissue damage. There's no way I don't got soft tissue damage.
Great movie.
And along the lines of like older movies, I think this is maybe a fan favorite or like all-time classic. But Good Will Hunting is
Such a good movie.
great
Oh,
movie.
I never
Ji-
watched it.
Dude, you gotta watch
so-
some of these older movies.
Jimmy put me on that one. That's
I know
Jimmy's
the
favorite movie.
that scene. He showed me a
How
snap.
about dim apples?
Yeah. That was a
You
great
like
scene.
apples? How about dim apples? Super good.
All right, my Mount Rushmore. Man, a lot of my stuff's gonna be very superficial.
That's okay.
But it is what it is. I'm gonna go. I'm just gonna throw an honorable mention out there because I had to. It's a rom-com, Hitch, but it's
Great movie.
yeah that
Great
that
I
movie.
don't think I've seen that one.
Very
Oh, bro,
underrated.
Lindy. Oh, you don't. need
Oh,
that.
Will Smith in his prime. too,
Prime Will
yeah,
Smith.
Prime
Real
Will
shit.
Smith.
Eh,
Will
you
Smith.
might be able to holler at a girl after watching that. No,
Fuck
bro,
you.
like no, he's so smooth with it in that movie. He's a date
that's
doctor.
when he's a date doctor. Is it who's the white guy in the movie, the big white guy?
Oh, Kevin James.
Kevin James, yes, he's
Yeah.
all time in that. That's when he started, yeah.
Yeah, dog. You gotta. Yeah, the dance moves. Yeah, I remember. Honorable mention. Okay. Mount Rushmore. I got I Am Legend, So I had to keep the Will Smith thing going here.
Yeah.
I just
That is
recently,
super underrated.
I
like
just
that.
recently, I just recently went back and watched it. This week on Thursday, I watched it. Movie still holds up, fantastic. Shout out to Sam. You know when he has to kill the dog, pulls on the heartstrings. Still pulls on the
We
heartstrings.
watched that movie at the beginning of COVID, and we're like, "This is very relatable," because it was called the virus was called like K9 or K19 or something like that. and we're-
Crippen virus, the Crippen
Yeah.
virus. But
Yeah.
yeah. No, it's
Damn.
fucking great movie. Great movie. Dark Knight Rises. I love the Dark Knight
This is 10 out of
series.
10 so far.
Heath
Uh,
Ledger.
huh?
10 out of 10 so far.
Yeah,
This is
Yeah,
great.
it's fantastic.
No, not the Dark Knight. Dark Knight Rises.
So wait, is
With
that the one
Bane,
with
yeah.
Bane?
Bane,
Oh,
yeah.
okay. Really over the
it's
Dark Knight.
yeah.
I
So
mean,
the best performance in that series for sure goes to Heath Ledger. However, I like Dark Knight Rises better. I liked Batman getting his ass beat. I liked him.
merely adopted
the darkness. Bro,
So,
that
bro,
that first
yeah.
scene was so gangster. He's like the guy's like, if I pull your mask off, will it hurt? It will for you.
Yeah.
Like, yo, gangster.
And when he's about to leave, he's like, someone must get left behind.
The-
like
the fire rises.
Dude.
Yo,
both of those.
Tom
guys-
Hardy killed it. The only thing I wish he would have gotten a little bit better shape. Bane is like the most swole character.
Sure.
He's also not supposed to be a Middle Easterner. He's supposed to be like a luchador, like a Hispanic dude. He's like Puerto Rican or something.
Is it?
And he's
Oh.
but yeah, great movie. Inception. It's it's
I need to go back and rewatch that one.
it's arguably my favorite movie of all time.
I'm right up there with you, honestly. That is like
It's
that-
a
that
mind. The concept is
absolute mind fuck. Yeah.
crazy. Do you know that the soundtrack is only one song? The whole movie.
I did not know that.
They speed it up, they slow it down, they reverse it, they loop it. It's one song, the entire fucking movie.
Damn.
Depending on what level of the dream world is what the sound is.
Wow.
Like there's just so many crazy so when I was younger, I was writing a story about lucid dreaming. So the dream world and how it was presented in this movie like reminded me of the story I was writing. So Inception is arguably my favorite movie of all time. But to end my list,
Always got to go with it. I like it.
Avengers Endgame. That's my Mount Rushmore.
That's good.
What do you like
I
more?
it.
Infinity? Well, Endgame's on it, but
s-
Infinity War is
so-
also.
So I would argue Infinity War I liked a little bit more just
I
because
did like it a little
just
bit
because
more.
they lost. But Endgame is as good as they
Visually,
come, too.
Infinity War is probably the best superhero movie ever. Visually. But like the culmination of everything, ending of like 10 years of a buildup,
Yeah.
like
would agree.
Avengers
it's
assemble.
bro. I'm just getting chills right now just thinking about like when I was in the movie theater and you hear you hear Sam go on your left.
Yeah.
That's a callback to Captain America.
Yeah.
And then you see the portals open up. Mbappe.
Yeah.
I yelled out in the middle of the movie theater. I was like, Wakanda forever.
the
Yo,
That's dope.
like it was just crazy. And that scrap when the three of Tony, Thor, and Cap
Captain America. Yeah.
roll up on Thanos.
Thanos.
The build up
Oh,
to that
dude.
scrap. I'm gonna go watch that movie after this, bro.
Yeah,
That's how,
dude.
that's how good that
That's
movie
fair.
is.
And again, I definitely understand the end game. I think it's a toss up. I'd choose Infinity War just because it's a little different in this fact that like they lost, but end game, bro, gangster, absolutely gangster. So those are a good list. Those were
That
some
was a
good
good
lists. Those are very good, very good. All righty. I think we'll move through this one quickly just because we're going a little bit over. But gentlemen, where do you want to be in 5 years or 10 years? Whichever one you want to choose.
Go ahead, take the floor.
5 years, 10 years, man. That's a tough question right now. You know, I'd like to maybe be with a nice lady. At least, yeah. A nice lady would be nice.
Yep.
Yeah, at least a nice lady for sure. I always saw myself having a family. Yeah, I think. Gosh, like I was telling you earlier, like I'm like a year and a half from 30 now, so it's like I'd like to start getting that unlock a little bit. Shit, like, um,
Sure, I get you.
yeah, and it'd be nice. I'd like to get like a house in the next few years. So, yeah, like a house, maybe a nice lady would be a nice start. Yeah,
Oh
probably
yeah,
something
man.
there. Yeah.
I don't know what your credit's like, and we could talk about this afterwards. But you need to get a house now.
That is
Not
110%.
no,
No,
no, no,
not
no.
later. I know
It's
right now. Yeah.
like uh like if you have the credit to get a house, you need to get it now because inflation. I know we got a new president and we think everything's going to go. The reality is things are still going to be more expensive. The rate of inflation may slow down because of who we have in administration. It may not, who knows. But things are gonna be more expensive. The housing market's gonna go up, not down. Period. You need to
Sure.
buy a house.
Inflation doesn't stop
Yeah,
regardless of
yeah,
who's in
Yeah.
the office.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could slow the rate in the
Mhm.
way that it happens, but it's like Thanos. It's inevitable.
Sure.
But yeah, good answer. Good answer. 5 to 10 years. Bro, I'm 36 years old. Um, I want to be semi-retired by 40. I don't want to
That's a
work.
good goal.
I don't
Yeah.
want to. I don't want to work for nobody. I want to have a family. I have a stepdaughter. But I want one of my own. I also want to. I want to hit the 7-figure mark in the next 4 years. So I'm not even. I don't. 10 years is too far for me. I need to accomplish these things in the next
5.
four
Sure.
by 40. So
True.
that's me.
Yeah. I'll go off of a 10-year. Yeah, man. I mean, by 10 years, I'd love to be married and have the first kid. Once Mahomes hits, by then he's got 8 rings probably. So, just financially stable and just, and again, just satisfied with wife, kids, got the house, super blessed for that. But just, by then got to be a family man and, situations that things I struggle with now I want to have resolved long before then too, so just and to be happy, man. I think that's what everyone wants, that's what everyone's going
And that
for.
is the ultimate goal. Yeah.
So just be happy and go from there. But keep it going because we try to aim for like an hour. We typically go over, but we try not to.
I think we should skip the next one because we've kind of already went over.
Let's just go. Just real question, real quick. Favorite poker player?
Daniel Nostrada. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead.
Same
Yeah,
one,
yeah.
Daniel Negreanu.
Negreanu.
Just
Yeah,
because,
yeah.
like, if you watch this dude, he is like he's a
At
professional.
the table, just
he
fucking
had
calling
so
out hands.
he just knows what people have, and so he'll have a worse hand. He knows that they whatever the situation is, he knows they have a winning hand, and he talks them out of it. He just it's insane. Just because he knows what they have, even though they have the winning hand, he like subconsciously convinces them to fold the winning hand. It's insane. That Daniel Negreanu is crazy.
Oh,
But
I can't really chime in on it because I don't know who that is, but
sure.
you know,
Or
Dan Bilzerian. No, I'm just playing.
Phil Ivey. Phil Ivey as well. Phil Ivey's arguably the GOAT. Or Phil Hellmuth, but Phil Ivey's arguably the GOAT of poker. You should also watch him too. He's just he's
I don't really fuck with poker, bro.
but you can because you said you want to have poker nights.
Yeah, but that's more like a social thing than like. That's more like
I
this.
get that.
That's like me
But-
having a cookout. It's the same thing.
Sure, but at the same time, we do take it relatively seriously.
I know. I
Yeah.
understand you do.
Yeah, when you have buy-ins, like obviously you want to win. He's good at poker. I'm good at poker. The twins are good at poker. I think I'm the best out of all of us. But
the Twins get lucky. Yeah.
the twins get lucky.
We'll have a poker night.
We will.
and,
Yeah, that'd be
you'll
fun.
you'll be invited over.
Yeah.
All right. Celebrity crush. Who you got?
That is such a good question. Man. All right.
You get, and it doesn't have to be.
Whatever.
It doesn't have to be who's your crush now. It could be a version of that person, like someone like one of my good friends would probably pick Halle Berry from like the early 2000s. You know, that was his like celebrity crush.
I like that. I'm gonna go with Chris's girl. That would be
I
mine.
love that shit.
Sydney Sweeney.
Oh,
That
dude, I'm
has
gonna
been
go.
mine.
Star Wars Episode 2, Natalie Portman, man. That
Oh,
was all time, yeah.
Bro, Natalie Portman.
She's awesome.
Okay.
She's awesome.
I like that.
I used to kind of date a girl that looked like Natalie Portman. Yeah.
I love that for you, yeah.
Yeah, I love that for me too. Unfortunately, it didn't work out. She was a genius.
She was a genius.
No, she really was. She had her master's. She was working on her second master's before she was 18 years old.
Yeah.
Or no,
Wow.
or before she was 19.
Oh, I was like, before she was 18.
I was 20 when she was 17. I mean, it's not that bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's 3 years, bro. She was already in college at 17.
Mature for her age.
Yeah. It is what it is. I met her at a Greek restaurant. That was her like part-time job.
True.
All right, words of wisdom.
Words of wisdom. What you got?
I'm gonna try. I could remember it off the top of my head, but I want it verbatim. All right. Life is like riding a bicycle. To keep your balance, you must keep moving. Albert Einstein.
I like
Which, I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory. You're not going to keep balance in your life if you stand still. You got to keep moving, keep the momentum going so that you don't topple over.
I'm going to keep it going.
So we're going to keep it going.
I like that, bro. I like that a lot. But yeah, again, this has been a good pod. Grizz, I appreciate you.
Thanks for having me on, guys. This is awesome.
Do you have any closing statements? Anything you want to plug? Anything you want to say before we cut it off?
Adam Record, you're trash at fantasy. Other than that, dude, go like and subscribe. to
Fuck
Awesome
you,
Guys.
Craig. True.
No, dude, thanks for having me on, guys. This has been
No,
fun. This has been a lot of fun. Honestly,
It's been awesome.
It has.
No
The
pun
awesome-
intended.
No,
the
thanks for having
awesome
me on, guys. This is
life,
awesome.
but hell yeah.
Awesome Life Podcast. I'm Mr. Phoenix,
Here with Chili.
Grizz,
and we out.
love you guys.
And we're gonna grind to the sun up, sun up. All we wanna do is turn up, turn up. And we're gonna grind to the sun up, sun up. All we wanna do is turn up, turn up. And we're gonna grind to the sun up, sun up. All we wanna do is turn up, turn up.
Hell yeah. Also be careful. Turn up.
Yeah, I know. To close.